But if T Grizzley was effing on the uncle's wife 3 months into his sentence, that's a man that ain't got no loyalty to nobody.
Nah, real talk.
And all he does is rap about backdooring.
And in today's video, the shooter said T Grizzley paid to get his aunt killed. It's over. Now, as you already know, man, we've been following this T Grizzley series with Poetic Flacco. If you're interested in keeping up with the Flacco series, and the rest of the videos are down below in the channel. I'm not live streaming right now, but these are the platforms. These are our goals over here, my nigga. You can tap in, join us live. You know what I'm saying? If you're trying to be a part of that. T-Raw's not here today, but you know, Jay still gonna carry the show.
The rumors that T Grizzley paid for his aunt/manager to be killed started off as a simple conspiracy. It's now escalated to the point where the murder suspect defense is in court saying that T Grizzley paid for the hit. Let's do a quick recap just to make sure everybody is caught up on this situation. And if you're not caught up and didn't watch the other 2 videos, you could go to the T Grizzley playlist to get caught up. But T Grizzley auntie Jobina Brown was shot and killed in 2019.
Sad to have to report this, but Jobina J.B. Brown, the manager and aunt of T Grizzley, was shot and killed in Detroit on Tuesday night, August 20th. Comments about her death began surfacing Wednesday, August 21st on social media before her passing was confirmed by TMZ. According to law enforcement sources, a shooter opened fire on Grizzley's Cadillac Escalade while the vehicle was traveling around Detroit. The gunman allegedly approached on foot and shot Brown, who was sitting in the back seat in her left side. Grizzley was reportedly riding in the passenger seat and got out of the vehicle as the shooter approached. The driver said the attacker fired 3 or 4 shots and noted that Brown screamed before the gunfire began. Brown was rushed to a local hospital but died from her wounds. She was 41 years old. Police don't know if Grizzley was the intended target of the attack. He and the driver were unharmed.
Let's continue the brief recap before we get into the new details, because it's crazy. Bro. It left me stunned. So if you watched my last video, you know that T Grizzley did an interview. During this interview, T Grizzley detailed exactly what took place moments before the shootout. T Grizzley and Jobina was riding around in their Chrysler 300 with a driver. They had to make a stop before getting to their destination. They stopped at T Grizzley's family house from his daddy's side. When they stopped there, T Grizzley got out from the back driver's side. Jobina was sitting in the back passenger side. When T Grizzley got out and walked to the porch, gunmen came, opened up the back passenger side, shot into the vehicle, and killed Jobina. T Grizzley says the shooters were looking for him, and that's why they opened up the back.
Makes no fucking sense. I'm sorry, Grizzley. I fought with your music at the time. I'm not even trying to say that this is on you. I'm not putting this shit on nobody. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no snitch. But what I will say, bro, that story he was saying, that shit look funny. It sound funny. It don't add up.
Passenger side, because they thought that's where he was sitting.
Still breathing and everything. She called me.
She called you?
While she was shot, she called me.
What'd she say?
I was trying to talk to her. I didn't hear what she was saying.
Oh.
She couldn't really form no words. You know what I'm saying? But, like, coming for me because they opened my door. Okay. And was shooting in the car. They hit her.
Bro, he don't even sound like he was fucked up over that. Like, she couldn't even get no words out. Bro, I don't really want to speak too much on this shit, bro. But I done had people close to me go. You feel me? And there are moments, right, where like somebody is crying or they're talking about the story and you could feel the emotion, bro. This nigga, I don't feel nothing, gang.
Times though.
And you have no idea where this came from?
No, I ain't got no idea where it came from, but it ain't even matter where it came from. I felt like everybody was a suspect. I feel like everybody was a suspect.
T Grizzley was correct. Everybody was a suspect. But we'll get to that later and exactly what that means. But let's continue the brief recap. Wu Thing, a.k.a. Wu 600, was arrested for the murder of T Grizzley's aunt. Now, Wu Thing, a.k.a. Wu 600, is from 600. He's T Grizzley's associate, and he's Buka 600 associate, who was the groomsman in T Grizzley's wedding. After Wu 600 was arrested for the murder of T Grizzley's aunt, that T Grizzley believed was targeted for him, T Grizzley continued to hang out with 600 members like Buka 600. Wu Thing was initially arrested for the murder because he was pulled over in Chicago while sitting in an alleyway in a stolen vehicle, as well as being in possession of a firearm. The stolen vehicle that he was sitting in the alleyway was actually the getaway vehicle used in the murder of T. Grizzly's aunt. And the firearm, after ballistics was done, was the same firearm used in the murder of T.
This duck ass nigga kept the car and the weapon after he committed. I'm talking about that's some stupid, oddball shit to be doing, bro.
T. Grizzly's auntie. And the cell phone towers confirmed that
hanging with niggas associated with this shit is crazy,
for 2 hours before T. Grizzly and his aunt got there. Why was you hiding out at that location with the murder vehicle and the murder weapon? Obviously, you are involved in the murder. But it also opened up more room for suspicion for T. Grizzly. If this was a stop that was out the blue, it was a stop that came up while you was in the vehicle and you just made an emergency stop somewhere to grab something, then how did the shooters know to be at that location for 2 hours? It didn't make sense whatsoever. And if they were at that location for 2 hours and they seen you get out, then why would they open up the vehicle and kill your aunt if they were looking for you? It made zero sense whatsoever. And it didn't make sense to the police either. The police chief wasn't buying T. Grizzly's story either. My sources told me, and when I say sources, understand this when I tell you this. I'm not talking about
look at how poetic getting all aggressive.
I'm not talking about associates. I'm talking everything I tell you, they've been in the room when it happened. I'm not talking about, hey, yo, I heard this. Hey, yo, Pookie told me. No, I'm talking about when I tell you something in this video, understand, the person I heard it from was in the room when it happened. The person told me is connected directly to the situation. I was told the police chief
T. Grizzly's
looked T. Grizzly in his eyes and told him, I know you involved somehow. I'm going to get down to the bottom of this.
Damn, bro.
The police chief thought this. The police chief
sounds like
thought
a movie.
That T. Grizzly was involved somehow. They just couldn't prove it. They just couldn't connect the dots because people wasn't talking. Whoever this Wu Thing guy is, he been quiet. That's until he went to that courtroom today. That's until he went to that courtroom. Oh, and we're going to talk about what happened in that courtroom. It's not looking good for T. Grizzly, what took place in that courtroom. But the police chief told T. Grizzly, we know you involved somehow. Now, you could say the police chief is salty. They got something against T. Grizzly. Yeah. They got a vendetta against T. Grizzly. Okay, you can probably go with that. But when the police chief is telling T. Grizzly that to his face, and he's telling Jobina Brown's family to their face, we know something is up. The police chief told Jobina Brown's sister and Jobina Brown's mother that they believe that T. Grizzly is involved. Now, T. Grizzly became a suspect almost initially because the police chief discovered, so T. Grizzly's uncle was married to Jobina Brown. The uncle went to jail 3 months before her death. Within those 3 months, T. Grizzly began an intimate relationship with Jobina Brown.
No.
Police chief looked at that and thought, wait, that's messy. That could obviously lead to something.
Yeah.
But that's before they began to put the puzzle together. T. Grizzly and Jobina never fully admitted that they were intimate, but I was told that family members began to figure it out fairly quickly, and it was start.
Gang, what was going on with T. Grizzly, gang? Bruh, I know it wasn't the drought. I know the drought wasn't that. You know what I'm saying? Made you do that, cuz. I'm still trying to figure that out, bro.
Starting to get around. Could T. Grizzly maybe have gone the extreme to cover it up?
Why?
Maybe. Now, the rumors that Jobina Brown was pregnant at the time of her death is false. Where those rumors came from makes things so much worse for T. Grizzly. The rumors that Jobina Brown was pregnant.
Before we get into Jobina Brown, man, I just want to let y'all know, this is T. Grizzly's wife right here. Look at her and look at his auntie. Ask yourself, let me know in the comments, what made him go and smash the auntie, bro?
Came from court. And it wasn't a prosecution who put that theory out there. It was the defense. It was Wu Thing's defense attorney. You see, Wu Thing is the murder suspect in this trial. Whatever his defense attorney say came from Wu Thing. See, street dudes is finding creative ways to tell nowadays. They telling through their lawyers, right? They won't get their butt up on that particular stand and point that hand and tell it all but they gonna tell through their lawyer. The defense attorney, who is responsible for getting Wu Thing off, he came to court and he says, listen, obviously, T Grizzly put the hit out on Jobina Brown. He said that in court. The transcripts will prove it.
Damn.
And he also said that he did it because Jobina Brown was pregnant. Now, the prosecution understands that the prosecutors themselves could probably believe that T Grizzly is guilty, but right now, they're trying to prosecute Wu Thing. So they brought the autopsy person or somebody, an expert, to testify that Jobina Brown was not pregnant. T Grizzly is a smart man, so he already understands that if the defense attorney is in court saying that you were the one who put the hit on your auntie, that came from the murder suspect, that came from the shooters. That means the shooters is already talking. That means the shooters is already giving information to their attorneys, and they're trying to use that to get him off. It's not looking good for you, man. And all that tells me, to be honest, is that the shooters believed the aunt was pregnant. They probably heard, this is why we're doing this. This is why we're taking her out. They probably was under the impression, yo, we gotta, you feel me, take her out because she's pregnant. And if that's the case, then maybe if T Grizzly is involved, then he probably thought she was pregnant, but the whole time she wasn't. Maybe he was told if he's involved, right? So if I'm T Grizzly and I'm hearing this information, if I'm involved and I know who I told this to, then I know they telling. I know they talking already. And it's not looking good at all. Now, the shooter is
I'm
trying
not gonna
to
lie to y'all, bro. I really don't like to attach myself to nothing like this. If T Grizzly really did this nigga is evil. I'm not saying he did, but if he did, this nigga don't fuck with T Grizzly, bro. Nigga would take his whole family out. God damn.
Evidence dismissed. The shooter is saying, yo, the phone is registered in somebody else's name. However, that number from that phone is a number that's known to him. It is a number that he's been using for like his probation officer, his family and friends. That's his number. But because the phone is registered in somebody else's name, he's trying to get it dismissed. It's not going. They're not dismissing it. The evidence stands. The driver who was in the vehicle when Jobina Brown was shot and killed, he testified that the shooting took place 45 seconds from when T Grizzly got out the vehicle. What that shows is T Grizzly was on that porch. That shows that there's a high likelihood that the shooters seen T Grizzly. Because from how the car is positioned in a picture of the house, if you're walking up to the back driver's side and you're opening it up, you can see over the car. Like you can see the porch from that angle, and you'll be able to see a 6'3", 350-pound T Grizzly. You can't miss him. So if he was the target, you'll be able to see him. He was not the target. It doesn't make sense that he is the target. Now, someone who hopped on the phone with T Grizzly, someone who talked to T Grizzly after the incident and was told by T Grizzly what happened, I asked, yo, how did T Grizzly sound? Like, was he like emotional? The words that I was told verbatim,
nigga didn't give a fuck.
It felt like he was trying to fake emotions.
Sheesh.
It felt like he was trying to, like...
What I said in the beginning of the video, I don't feel nothing from what this nigga was saying, bro.
Trying to, like, draw up something. Like, he was trying to sound like he was distraught. Yeah. The person told me, bro, I can't really explain it, they said. It just felt like he was trying to, like, come across as if it was this and it was not. Sada Baby was also signed to Jobina Brown. Sada Baby was one of the people who came to identify her body.
Shout out Sada Baby.
I believe it was Sada Baby and Jobina Brown's sister, if not her mother, who went to identify her body. And I was told that Sada Baby was distraught. He was effed up about this.
I can imagine.
I was told, but like Sada Baby was looking at T Grizzly a little crazy. The Sada Baby actually looked T Grizzly in his eyes and told him, hey, bruh, tell me you don't got nothing to do with this.
Whoa.
That even Sada Baby wanted T Grizzly to know, hey, bruh, tell me you got nothing to do with this, man. And that T Grizzly gave his word to Sada Baby that he ain't had nothing to do with this. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. Now, the next court day is tomorrow. I'm going to have people in the court day. I'm going to have people in the room. We're going to figure out.
Shout out to Flacco, man.
About what's going on.
Yes,
Because
sir.
the defense attorney for the
Yes,
shooter
sir. We're gonna be back right
is
here
throwing T.
tomorrow
Grizzley under the bus.
with
Now,
a new
right now, it
video.
don't feel like the shooter or the suspect is telling
Mm-hmm.
because from their perspective, they believe the case is weak. Because
Mm.
once you throw out the cell phone evidence, at this point, it's kind of like, how do we put him at the location?
Yeah.
So he hasn't really like fully told you because they believe the case is weak and they can beat it.
Yeah, they can still.
But once he's found
without-
guilty,
Shit.
once they put him right where he belongs, man, it's over with, bro. It's done for, man. It's over with. Now, I was told the family, Jobina's Brown family, has been very suspicious of T. Grizzley for a while. And when I was told why, they said, listen, yo, the family has been suspicious of T. Grizzley because he continued to hang with the people
Yeah,
that the family believe is responsible for the aunt's death.
that's some
If
dumb
Wu
shit.
Thing, aka Wu 600, is from 600, and T. Grizzley groomsman in his wedding last year was Buka 600, the family is like, come on, man. We not born yesterday, yo. If the hit was for you, then why you still hanging out with those people?
For
so
sure.
it's not just us. The family themselves
See?
is upset.
See, that's how you know when niggas don't be thinking before they talking, bro. Niggas just be talking, bro. They don't be thinking about nothing. Bro's talking about, oh, they was coming to look for me. And then even in that very instance of that story, it doesn't make sense, because why would they shoot your auntie if they was looking for your big fat ass? Like, I can't mistake your auntie for you. You know what I'm saying? And then let's say that was the case. Then fast forward to now. Why are you even linking up with niggas that had something to do with your auntie? Nigga, I don't give a fuck. Like, if you was cool with the nigga that killed my auntie, boy, anytime I see you, boy, we better up that blick, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, bro, like, that shit is crazy. That's weird.
Grizzley is still hanging out with the people that are responsible for the death of their aunt, daughter, niece,
Yeah.
mother, wife, etc., etc. What I can say, man, is this started off as a simple conspiracy.
Yeah.
This started off as y'all telling me, Flacco, oh, you reaching, Flacco. Oh, my God, you police, Flacco. Am I still police if this is true?
Hey, Flacco, stand on business.
Am I still police if this is true?
Oh,
This ain't
Oh,
no
man.
street stuff.
nah.
If this is true, if a wife and a mother was killed and she wasn't in the streets, she wasn't no gangbanger, she wasn't none of that, is this still street stuff if she gets justice?
Nah, this shit fucked
Is it?
up. This shit fucked up, bro.
Y'all got it backwards, homie.
Yeah.
Y'all got it backwards, homie.
Yeah.
This ain't no street stuff, homie. They weren't at war. If
Facts.
T. Grizzley is involved, and I say if, this ain't no street stuff. They weren't at war.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't into it. They weren't beefing. Yo, to me, T. Grizzley already showed from the very jump. He ain't got no morals. He ain't got no principles. You was effing on your uncle's wife or ex-wife. Because when
Yeah.
you go to jail, like, bro, the uncle got
Yeah,
sentenced
that's
to 9
weird
years.
as fuck.
He was 3 months into the sentence when Jobina Brown passed away. A 9-year sentence, bro, that's your ex-wife at that point. But if T. Grizzley was effing on the uncle's
Ex-wife at
wife
that
3
point.
months into his sentence, that's a man that ain't got no loyalty to nobody.
Nah, real talk.
And all he does is rap about backdooring.
Yeah.
Nah, man. This is nah.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. That's what I just said, gang. If T. Grizzley really did this shit, bro, he really a serial killer, bro. This nigga evil. Evil. He'll kill his family. Don't play with him. Don't stay far away from a nigga like that. No cap. Now, that's what I'm gonna close out with, because I really don't have anything else to add, bro. Flacco's really been staying up. If he add an update, we on that bit tomorrow. You feel me? Love y'all. Great for y'all, man. Binge the rest of the videos on the channel, and we gonna catch y'all in the next one. We out.